Hi viewers. In last class we are studied about conservation of biodiversity. Today we are going to study about threats to biodiversity. If you see the what are the main threats to biodiversity in nowadays? The main threats are first one is human activities and loss of habitat. Second one is deforestation. Third one is desertification. Fourth, marine environment. Fifth one is increasing wildlife trade. And sixth one is climate change. Going to study about human activities and loss of habitat. The human activities are causing a loss of biological diversity among animals and plants globally, estimated to 50 to 100 times the average rate of species loss in the absence of human activities. The two most species in rich biomass are tropical forests and coral reefs. The tropical forests are under threat largely from conversion to other land uses, while reefs are experiencing increasing levels of overexploitation and pollution. If current rate of loss of tropical forests continues for the next 30 years, the project the projected number of species that the remaining forest could support would be reduced by 5 to 10% relative to the forest in the absence of human disturbance. The rate of decline would represent 1000 to 10,000 times the expected rate of extinction without deforestation by humans. Some studies suggest that globally, as many as one half of all mammal and bird species may become extinct within 200 to 300 years. If you see, the biodiversity loss can result from a number of activities, including habitat conversion and destruction, and over exploitation of species, disconnected patches of original vegetation, air and water pollution. If you see the description of these above, what I said, over the coming decades, human inducted climate change increasingly become another major factor in reducing biological or biodiversity. These pressures on biodiversity are to a large extent driven by economic development and related demands, including the increasing demand for biological resources. Activities that reduce biodiversity jeopardize economic development and human health through losses of useful materials, genetic stocks, and the service of instant ecosystem. The material losses include food, wood, and medicines, as well as resources important for recreation and tourism. The losing genetic diversity, like losing species diversity, makes it even more likely that further environmental disturbance will result in serious reductions in goods and services that ecosystem can provide. Decreased biodiversity also interferes with essential ecological services such as pollination, maintenance of soil fertility, flood controls, water purification, assimilation of waste, and the cycling of carbon and other nutrients. And another one, this all comes under first one. What is the first one? First one is the human activities and loss of habitat. This all comes under first one. You see the another second one is deforestation. If you see the deforestation, the forest ecosystems contain as much as 80% of the world's terrestrial biodiversity and provide wood fiber and biomass energy as well as critical components of the global cycles of water, energy, and nutrient. Forest ecosystems are being cleared and degraded in many parts of the world. The current projections suggest that demand for wood will roughly double over the next 50 years, which will make increasing use of sustainable forest practices more difficult. In addition to threats to biodiversity and potential shortages in the supply of forest products, the degradation of forests represents an enormous potential source of greenhouse gas emissions. You see, the forest ecosystems contain about three times the amount of carbon currently present in the atmosphere, and about one third of the carbon is stored above ground in trees and other vegetation, and two-thirds is stored in the soil. And third one, desertification. If you see the desertification and deforestation are the main causes of biodiversity loss. Both processes are decisively influenced by the extension of agriculture. The direct cost of deforestation is reflected in the loss of valuable plants and animal species. Desertification process is the result of poor land management which can be aggravated by climatic variations. This is the and converting wildlands to agriculture often involves plowing the soils, which leads in temperate regions to an average decline in soil organic matter between 25 and 40% over 25 years. Decreasing soil organic matter is always a clear indication of soil degradation and often is accompanied by reductions in water infiltration, fertility, and ability to retain fertilizers. Ploughing also exposes soils to wind and water erosion, resulting in large scale pollution of freshwater resources. This all comes under the third one, it is the desertification. Yeah. Another fourth one is marine environment is another important aspect. Oceans play a vital role in the global environment, converting 70% of the Earth's surface. They influence global climate, food production, and economic activities. Despite these roles, coastal and marine environment are being rapidly degraded in many parts of the globe. In coastal areas where human activities are concentrated, pollution, overexploitation of resources, development of critical habitats such as wetlands and mangroves, and water flow from poor land use practices have led to drastic reductions in near shore fisheries production and aquatic biodiversity. The fifth one, if you see the fifth one, according to Nick Bonds, trade is another cause of biodiversity depletion that gives rise to conflict between North and South. Global trade in wildlife is estimated to be over $20 billion annually. Global trade includes at least 40,000 primates, ivory from at least 90,000 African elephants, and 1 million orchids, 4 million live birds, 10 million reptile skins, 15 million for fuse, and over 350 million tropical fish. Another one, the climate change. As climate warms, species will migrate towards higher latitudes and altitudes in both hemisphere. The increase in the amount of CO2 in the air affects the physiological functioning of plant and species composition. Moreover, aquatic ecosystems, particularly reefs, mangrove swamps, and coastal wetlands, are vulnerable to changes in climate. This is another one. You see the general description of threats to biodiversity, the habitat loss. Yeah, if you see the habitat loss, habitat loss can be described when an animal loses their home. Every animal in the animal kingdom has a nature. They're in their animal community, and without their habitat, they no longer have need. Reasons of habitat loss by humans: agriculture, farming, harvesting natural resources for personal use, for industrial and urbanization development. Habitat destruction is currently ranked as the primary causes of species extinction worldwide. If you see the example, the impact upon China's panda, once found across the nation, now it's only found in fragmented and isolated regions in the southwest of the country as a result of widespread deforestation in the 20th century. There are natural causes to habitat destruction through natural processes such as volcanism. Fire and climate change is well documented in the fossil record. One study shows that fragmentation of tropical rainforest in Euro 3000 million years ago lead to a great loss of amphibian diversity. What is the solution for this? The solution is protecting remaining intact section of natural habitat, reduce human population and expansion of urbanization and industries, educating the public about the importance of natural habitat and biodiversity. The solution to habit loss can include planting trees, planting home gardens so as to reduce need for man to need large lands for agricultural, farms, which lead to habitat loss. Poaching. Poaching, another reason for threat to biodiversity. Poaching is the hunting and harvesting, taking of wildland plants or animals, such as through hunting, harvesting, fishing, or trapping. History of poaching, if you see the history of poaching, millions of years ago, in the Stone Age, followed through the ages to even the tribal natives, but it was during the late Middle Age that poaching became a punishable offense. Yeah. Uh, the poaching is not why poaching is done. Poaching is done for large profits gained by the illegal sale or trade for animal parts, meat, and pelts. Exists because there is a demand for those products caused by a lack of education or disregard for the law amongst the buyers. Many cultures believe that certain animal part have medicinal value. How does poaching affect the environment? If you see the poaching or illegal hunting causes animal endangered of being extinct. If more animals becomes extinct, there's a disruption in the food chain, and that will cause major problem in our ecosystem, resulting eventually in new adaptations of animals and our species behind human control. Poaching results in animal being hunted too soon for them to have time to reproduce and repopulate. Yeah. If you see the another um, man wildlife conflict, any conflict that arises where the behavior of one is unexpectable disadvantage to the other, increase in man wildlife conflict is due to resources limitation like space, food, shelter. It is also due to increasing population of human beings, loss of forest, decrease in quality of forest and development activities. Crop like sugarcane and tea estates are reported to provide excellent cover for wild animals. There are 661 protected areas in the country covering around 4.8%. Then, yeah, a conflict word of words, one-sided reporting can harm the wildlife. The headlines are invariable, yeah, invariable, provocative, maniac and threat, fear, attack and death. 99.9% of these cases, uh, it's never an aggressive attack by the animal. The animal gets cornered, surrounded by people, or faces an abrupt encounter at short range because of its poor senses, and then attacks out of fear. Reporters and sub editors should avoid based or sensitization reports. In India, wild elephants probably kill for more people than tiger, leopard, or lion. Damage to agricultural crops and property, killing of livestock and human beings are some of the worst forms of man animal conflict. Farmers sometimes poison and shoot wild animals as they damage their crops, but this can be prevented by taking certain measures. Yeah. Nutrient loading. Another one is nutrient loading is one of the uh, biodiversity threat as the agriculture sector continue to expand and serve towards attaining the world's food security. It has also more than double dependence on the use of fertilizers on a profitable scale. Accordingly, the use of fertilizers behind limits has contributed to increased levels of nitrogen and phosphorus nutrients in the natural ecosystems. As much as nutrients exist naturally in all ecosystems, the manufacturing of artificial fertilizers with reactive nitrogen and phosphorus nutrients to increase crop productivity has altered the ecological balance over the over time, thereby threatening in survival of ecosystems, particularly the survival of species that flourish in phosphorus of nitrogen. Poor environments are increasingly threatened. Furthermore, leaches and entry into water systems have resulted in increased eutrophication and the creation of anexic zones in marine habitats. What is the solution for this? To address the problem of nutrient loading, considerable improvements are needed to ensure the effectiveness of the nitrogen and phosphorus fertilizers used within production systems. The artificial production of these fertilizers should not only aim at meeting the global food demands but also increasing environmental problems. Green Facts Foundation suggests that if the globe's cereals production system can attain a 20% gain in nitrogen use efficiency, it would cut back about 6% of the global production of reactive nitrogen. Farmers should also reduce their dependency on using high quantities of nutrient fertilizers and seek alternatives such as leaving the land fallow after harvesting to encourage nutrient recycling. Yeah, already we are studied about over exploitation of resources. On the account of the ever rising human population, there has been a correlational increase in demand for manufactured products, essential goods, and services. The high demands of these things have resulted in overfishing, overhunting, overharvesting, and excessive resource extraction, which has highly contributed to biodiversity loss. Mineral extraction, poaching, excessive logging, and other forms of resource exploitation for profit has heightened the risk of species extinction. It has also altered natural habits, therefore, destroying food chains and interfering with the ecological balance. Solutions: the continued awareness, creation, and conservation are the main strategies for managing over exploitation, particularly uh, pertaining to overfishing, over harvesting, and poaching. Relevant environmental protection agencies and governments also need to implement rules settling practices that cause over exploitation of resources. Individual effort should aim towards being mindful of the products we consume and buy. This is a solution for over exploitation of resources. Already we are studied about habitat loss and uh, if you see the climate change also one of the threat to biodiversity. The global climate changes throughout the history of the planet have definitely modified life and ecosystems in the planet. As an outcome, crucial habitats have been destroyed and a number of species have gone extinct, with a huge majority at the verge of extinction. It therefore means that if the global temperatures continue to exchange drastically, especially due to anthropogenic activities that accelerate the process, the threats to biodiversity will continue to expand as ecosystems and species will not be able to adapt. Solution: what we can do for climate change? Climate change is mostly exacerbated because of human activities with regards to destroying carbon sinks and their dependency on using fossil fuels. Hence, if effective action can be taken to reduce the amount of carbon footprint, the world can be assured of a better tomorrow and less worries about climate change. Individuals, organizations, and industries need to reduce their carbon footprints and they should equally participate in awareness creation. Cities and international governments can also charge for carbon emissions and enact policies that curtail activities which destroy the carbon sinks. This is the climate change main important aspect in this. Then, yeah, the report points the major threats to biodiversity in India are already studied: habitat loss, habitat fragmentation, and habitat degradation through conservation of land use through agriculture, urbanization, and industrial development, invasive alien species. These are the main reasons for biodiversity threat, fragmentation, and anthropogenic climate change. These are the main causes for biodiversity threat.